Hello people of the internet, I am DI Gremlin and welcome to Season 4, Week 1 of the PokeDex Holders League. I am DI Gremlin, I'm the proud coach of the Southend Stoutlands, who by technicality are the current reigning champion of the league. And we're back with a new season, and it should be fun. Week 1, going up against the Norwich City Ninetales, coached by Bray, and they're rocking out with a pretty scary team, but I got a team for it. So let's run through Bray's team. The Tapu Fini is bulky. It's water fairy type. Can set up calm mines. I don't have like that great of ways to nuke it, but I got plans. Latios is really powerful and it's really scary. But again, I have a good response to it. Nidoqueen I don't really have a response for. It has really great coverage, hits really hard. The one saving grace for me is that a lot of my team outspeeds it, and most importantly, Mega Beedrill outspeeds a Scarf Variant, and you know, you can only have 4 moves on it, and I think there's about 7 that you want to run on it. So, like honestly, this thing just rips through my entire wall core like it's nothing. Yeah, so not really looking forward to facing Nidoqueen or Nidoking later in the season, which I believe Sean drafted. But I've got plans for it, probably. It's rough. Palisand. Palisand is a bulky thing, but it doesn't do a whole lot other than being bulky. Then I mean Plusle. No, not bringing Plusle. Gardevoir is a pretty good one actually. Like, it's not that fast, but it does hit pretty hard. Psychic Fairy type. But my team has very good response to it. I don't anticipate Gardevoir at all. Crobat's a really fast mon that can hit really hard. You know, gets default, gets roost, gets taunt. I don't know if it has the match against my team, but I think you might want to bring it just for the speed. But I don't know. It's a really good mon. What didn't I say? You got Electros, which she might bring just as a Tornadus response, but I don't really anticipate Electros. It's like kind of slow, kind of bulky, but has no recovery, so I'd more anticipate Palisand than Electros. And then Registeel. Registeel's really bulky mon, gets Stealth Rocks. I believe only 2 rockers are Registeel and Nidoqueen, and so basically one of them has to come, and if only one of them comes, I know it's the rocker, which if Registeel doesn't come and Nidoqueen does, that's like really good for me, because then I know that basically Nidoqueen doesn't have the flamethrower. And then the kind of tricky part of the team is Ninetales and Venusaur. So there is a little bit of sun going on there, and it really hurts my team. Like, if Venusaur gets a growth up in the sun, I do actually lose 100% of the time. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I really hope it doesn't. I've got to play around it very carefully, but also, like, without the growth, Venusaur doesn't really do enough. It doesn't hit that hard, so it's kind of iffy as to whether or not the sun variant will be brought. I think I would personally bring the Fini, the Latios, and the Nidoqueen 100% for definite. I think she'll bring the Palisand because last season I swept her with Jolteon, and I have Jolteon on my team, so like surely you've got to bring the response to that, or so I would anticipate. So I think those 4 are pretty safe. And then I feel like Ninetales Venus was kind of too good not to bring, but Electros and Registeel are also possibilities if she wants to go more defensive. And I mean, this is the first game of the season, so this is just my team here. Mega Beedrill, Tornadus Therian, Infernape, Forges, Jellicent, Zygarde 10%, Alolan Persian, Bronzong, Jolteon, Donphan, and Shaman. What do you call it? Land form, meta form, cute form. I love Shaman. So yes, without further ado, on to the actual team. So kicking off our team, we have my boy Zygarde Doggy. Oh, this thing this thing has such a good matchup. Let it be known, this thing has such a good matchup this week. Choice Banded, Zygarde, Doggy, 1000 arrows, 2-hit KOs, everything barring a max HP, max defense Tapu Fini, or a max HP, max defense Palisand. But I think Palisand has to be Spadef if you want it as a Jolteon response. So, and I mean, I think after Rocks it's actually got a chance to 2-hit KO Palisand, and it still does like 40% to Fini, even if it's max HP, max defense. Like, I genuinely spent like pretty much like 3 hours building this team, and I spent about 5 seconds building this set because it's just so good. We got enough speed to outspeed. We need way more speed than that. We need to be hitting. Okay. 352. Yeah, okay, that was weird. I definitely put enough speed on there before. But anyways, this gives me enough speed to outspeed the Latios. I don't really anticipate clicking Outrage, but it does like Ochre the Latios, and it Ochres the Venusaur. It Ochres a couple of things that 1000 arrows can't quite pick up the KO on, but then obviously things like Tapu Fini and Register can capitalize on that. Extreme Speed does like 40% to the Venusaur, and I've got Earthquake on there just because if Bray decides to not bring like any of the flying types or levitators, then Earthquake does actually hit just a little bit harder. So that's my Doggy, and I don't know whether to use him for wall breaking or for late game cleaning. It just depends on the matchup. Up next, we got my boy Colonel Hathy, the Don fan. This is one of my 2 probable leads, because I am actually. I changed the set like 4 times already. I was max HP, max defense with lefties, and then I realized that I didn't need rocks on this thing because I got it on Bronzong. So then I changed it for Ice Shot, and I was like, oh, I can run Assault Vest. And then I looked at a team and I was like, there is literally no reason to run this thing physically defensively. So then I just stuck it all on attack, and now this thing actually hits really, really hard. Rapid Spin, because rocks kind of hurt my team. Like, she really doesn't have a great way of just breaking through this Don fan. And basically, I'm going to lead with it because her 2 potential leads for getting rocks up are Nidoqueen and Registeel. And I take any one hit from either of those, and I can Earthquake them back, and just put them in a range of anything else on my team. I believe I actually Oko the Nidoqueen, and I might even 2-hit KO the Registeel. Or at the very least, I can find out what its set is. And, yeah, pretty standard, like Ice Shard, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Knockoff. Knockoff is going to be really, really useful. Really, really useful. Up next, we got my boy Wingman, the Tornadus Therian. Life Orbed Tornadus, Air Slash, Sludge Wave, Psychic, and U-Turn. Enough speed to outspeed Latios. Enough special defense so it can live a hit from Nidoqueen and then a hit of Life Orb as well, I believe. And then we didn't really need that much in special attack thanks to the Life Orb. And last minute change, I was running Hurricane. I changed for Air Slash because the only thing that I click Hurricane against would be the Venusaur. But in the Sun, that's only 50% accurate, and Air Slash picks up the KO anyway. So I changed that for Air Slash. Like, thank God I realized that. That would have been pretty terrible. Sludge Wave hits things like the Fini and Gardevoir. Psychic for things like the Nidoqueen, the whoochamacallit, the Crobat, and then U-Turn or anything else. I didn't have room on the set for Heat Wave or Superpower, so unfortunately I do get walled by Registeel. But as you can see, I have 3 things on the team that hit Registeel for super effective stat, so it's not really that much of a problem. Up next, we got my girl, the beautiful, beautiful Rose Tyler. Rose Tyler actually rocking max HP, max defense, basically to take the Psyshocks from Latios, leftovers, and a Calm Mind variant. I can switch in on so many things and get up Calm Minds basically completely for free, and then I just beat them. Like, I literally 100% just beat every single one on her team, barring basically Registeel or like a Banded Crobat. Or Nidoqueen. I need to get like to +3 or something to beat Nidoqueen 1-on-1. But the thing is, I switch in on Tapu Fini, it goes for Calm Mind, I go for Calm Mind, it goes for Calm Mind, I go for Calm Mind. I got Wish. I can actually get my health back. Tapu Fini does not have reliable recovery, and like, what are you gonna do? Run Rest in misty terrain? I don't see that happening. So I really think this thing could put in the work, and I wanted to run Psyshock, but Protect was just too important, because a random Z move could catch this thing off guard and kill it, and it just gets me back Wishes completely for free. So I was like this close. Imagine my fingers being really good. I was this close to running Psyshock to hit the Venusaur and the Nidoqueen and the Crobat just a little bit harder. But sorry if you heard a Skype notification. Don't know if you will. We'll find out. This is the first time I'm recording like anything basically. So yeah, that's my Rose Tyler. And up next is a set that I am slightly undecided on. It's my boy Caesar, and he's back. And I'm just so not sure about this. Flare Blitz, Gunk Shot, U-Turn, Earthquake. I literally just took off Close Combat for Gunk Shot because, I don't know, I didn't need Close Combat. I don't know why I put it on there in the first place. And Gunk Shot hits the Tapu Fini, which I couldn't really do previously. Now here's the issue. I have enough speed to outspeed, I think it's Ninetales. Because Life Orb Earthquake does like something like 85 or 88 to 103% to a Nidoqueen. So it's got a chance to kill, especially after rocks. But it could live and it could kill me, and that could be really bad. I was gonna run Grounding Z because Tectonic Rage kills it like 100% of the time, and I anticipate it to have HP investment, and that calc is for a not very HP invested, who you can call it, Nidoqueen. So, I don't know, I need a little bit of prior damage, but I think my team can do that. I think. So, I think I'm gonna go with the Life Orb. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a Life Orb, but hopefully this thing puts in the work. Like, it's basically Caesar and Wingman. It's just, I either hit what's in front of me, or if I can't hit it, I U-turn out into one of my walls. And because of that, these two Pokemon are just so good in like every matchup ever, and I'm so glad neither of them got sniped. They were my first two picks. I had the wheel, but I was last, and I was like, I'm gonna get sniped, and neither of them got sniped. And this will hopefully demonstrate their power as a wall-breaking core. And last but certainly not least, is probably the most important Pokemon on the team. It's my boy Bellend. My freaking boy Bellend has such a good matchup, and I didn't even have him on the team until like 20 minutes ago. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, because this thing switches in to Nidoqueen. This thing switches into literally her entire goddamn team. I didn't even have it on the team, and it just hit me. I was like, hang on, I can run this thing. I can give it Stealth Rock. I can give it Zen Headbutt. And then another last minute change. I was Leftovers. Now I'm Occa Berry, which I believe is the fire reducing berry. I did get that right, didn't I? Yes, it's the fire reducing berry. This way, in the sun, I can actually take a Hidden Power Fire from Venusaur, plus another Hidden Power Fire, or a Hidden Power Fire after a growth, hit it with a Zen Headbutt, and then I believe the Extreme Speed from Dogair knocks it out. So that's kind of like my backup plan against Sun, and this is a pretty self-explanatory set. It switches in on like everything, deals pretty good damage to about everything, and combine it with Rose Tyler, the Wish support is just so goddamn good. And that message that I just got was Bray, like, saying, can we fight now? So yeah, I'm gonna hit stop, and then I'm basically gonna hit record again, and we're gonna fight, and I'm really nervous, but I think we got a good team. Let's go Stoutlands.